Today on Good Morning Maine, Holton's town manager was arrested on Thursday for domestic violence-related charges.
We'll have the latest on that. Plus, Penobscot Community Healthcare announces their new foundation with hopes to make healthcare more accessible.
And the Bangor Area Recovery Network hosted their annual Recovery Palooza over the weekend. Group leaders saying it was their biggest year yet. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Janessa Bishop.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us on this Monday morning. We hope you had a great weekend. Certainly had wonderful weather for it.
We did.
We'll have all the day's news
So
coming
nice.
up. Yeah, what did you do? You said you went apple picking,
Yeah, I
huh?
went to Tree Orgies,
Yeah,
and it was,
good for you.
Bizarre kind of to have the weather be so hot in the
Right.
fall, but it was nice.
Yeah, yesterday it got up around 80. I think they broke a new record down in southern Maine, too, for the hottest day for this time of year. It looks like the nice weather will continue as well.
Let's turn things over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by SR1 Companies. Visit SR1 in Herman, Turner, Manchester, and Orono. We have the best prices on trailers, campers, tractors, heavy equipment, and more. SR1 Companies, where New England's largest selection meets unbeatable prices. Alrighty, here we go. It is a very quiet morning across the region. We have high pressure right nearby after a cold front recently passed through. We'll have a little bit of energy just off towards the north very soon as well. But overall this week, high pressure will be in full control. In fact, look at this. The entire northeast is rather quiet. There's a little bit of energy to the north, and that is that dry cold front. That'll give a little bit of energy to the northern parts of the state. So futurecasts in the short term will show that energy passing through. That'll give a little bit of rain to the north coming up later on tonight and in parts of Tuesday morning. That'll give us a little bit of clouds, but otherwise, that's about it this whole week. Otherwise, showing a lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds, and that's about it. But otherwise, upper 70s today, mostly sunny and breezy with that west wind at around 20 miles per hour. The hourly forecast today showing a lot of sunshine with temperatures warming into the upper 70s with the winds picking up. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Looks fantastic. Thank you, Devin. We'll see you a little later on. Well, first this morning, a 20-year-old man has died following a motorcycle crash in Whitefield. According to the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office, they responded to the crash on the WVII Road near the Windsor Town line shortly before 11 a.m. Sunday morning. Authorities say the motorcycle left the roadway on the northbound shoulder and then struck some trees. The driver from Whitefield was pronounced dead at the scene. Officials say he was wearing a helmet. They believe that speed and driver inexperience appear to be contributing factors, and the crash remains under investigation.
Local veterinarians are offering tips to keep dogs safe during an uptick of parvovirus cases in Bangor. Canine parvovirus is highly contagious and is often fatal if not treated immediately, but vaccines are available. The Eastern Maine Emergency Veterinary Clinic says dogs are being brought in with the disease almost weekly. The virus is spread through contaminated surfaces, dog feces, and contact with infected dogs. Vets are urging owners to not bring their pets to any public spaces where dogs often are if they are not vaccinated, saying that the virus can survive disinfectants and contaminated surfaces can cause infections even years later. According to the American Veterinary Medicine Association, parvo symptoms include lethargy, bloody diarrhea, vomiting, fever, and hypothermia. While puppies are the most at risk, vets encourage all dogs to be completely vaccinated to potentially save their life.
The town manager of Holton was arrested Thursday on domestic violence-related charges. According to the Bangor Daily News, 27-year-old Cameron Clark of New Limerick was arrested by the Aroostook County Sheriff's Office on charges of domestic violence, assault, and tampering with a witness. According to the paper, the alleged domestic violence incident happened 10 days before Clark's arrest. Clark was appointed town manager earlier this year. The Holton Town Council chair reportedly said Clark will keep his role as his case makes its way through court. We reached out to the Aroostook County Sheriff's Office and are awaiting further details.
And the Brewer City Council has denied the license for a local daycare center that was under DHHS scrutiny. A video surfaced that showed a former employee of Elevate Child Care Center handling a child inappropriately. Counselors say they are trying to protect children, and Friday afternoon's vote was unanimous.
I do understand that we are definitely putting families at a great, not just an inconvenience, but financially it could be impacting Brewer families, and I realize and recognize that that is very difficult.
Denial took effect at 11:59 Friday night.
Meanwhile, as Northern Light Health and Anthem continue the back and forth over their stalled negotiations, Northern Light Health President and CEO Tim Dentry on Friday reached out directly to Anthem's president. In a letter, Tim Dentry expressed disappointment and concern over Anthem's assertion that Northern Light has walked away from the mediation process, saying they remain willing to work together, but that Anthem's recent comments violate the agreed-upon mediation principles. They also say Anthem has added complications to administrative processes for coverage for some of the most vulnerable patients, and Northern Light has had to add resources just to handle them, costing the system money and causing stress for sick patients who now face extra steps to get coverage for their care. They say the goal remains simple: to serve our patients and our community without disruption or delay. But right now, Anthem is standing in the way of that mission. If the two sides can't reach an agreement, Northern Light will leave Anthem's commercial network on Wednesday, leaving thousands of Mainers wondering where they'll be able to get care.
And in other news, on Friday, Maine said farewell to more than 100 soldiers from the Maine Army National Guard. Our Alex Schley tells us the group is the first of its kind to be sent overseas in more than a decade.
Friday, Governor Janet Mills joined state leaders, family, and friends to send off Maine's Army National Guard, a 136 vertical construction company.
You've prepared for months to carry out your mission, and you should be confident that every task that you complete strengthens our relationships with our allies and enhances the security and stability of the region, which in turn protects your loved ones here at home.
The unit is comprised of Army National Guard personnel from Skowhegan and Lewiston. It is part of Maine's 133rd Engineer Battalion, whose roots date back to 1760.
This is the first engineer mobilization overseas since 2013. It's a significant opportunity, so having the opportunity to deploy as engineers to do construction for our allies and the mission over there is the most exciting thing we could ever hope for.
In the coming weeks, the company will deploy to Saudi Arabia, where they will support Operation Spartan Shield and help developing much-needed resources.
To build what we call critical infrastructure, whether that's helping renew a park or build buildings or build or refresh roads to add to our infrastructure.
Dunn says this is her first unit she's sending off since taking command.
The pride of knowing how well led they are, how well trained they are, and how supported they are by their friends and family and the employers that are here today.
More than 130 soldiers are deploying. Officials say they'll finish training in the coming weeks before boarding a plane to the Middle East. In Augusta, Alex Schley for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
We wish them the best of luck. Well, it's an ancient maritime ritual to christen a vessel before it heads to sea. It instills good fortune and protection for both the ship and those on board, and that the ancient tradition could also be found in Bath over the weekend. The United States Navy's newest guided missile destroyer was christened at Bath Iron Works shipyard on Saturday. The USS Lewis H. Wilson is the first Flight 3 destroyer built at BIW. According to BIW, the ship is named after General Lewis H. Wilson, Jr., a Medal of Honor recipient and the former Commandant of the Marine Corps. In attendance were the family and invited guests of 1,500 shipbuilders. Speakers included officials from the Armed Forces, Governor Janet Mills, Senator Angus King, and General Dynamics Bath Iron Works President Charles Crow.
A new chapter is underway for a local healthcare organization, Penobscot Community Healthcare, announcing the newly formed PCHC Foundation. With an eye towards making primary health care more available, they say the foundation was formed to advance PCHC's charitable mission by supporting the infrastructure, workforce, programming, job training, recruitment, and innovation. Former UMaine College Center for the Arts Executive Director and District 122 state lawmaker Danny Williams has been appointed president of this newly formed foundation. He says in part, quote, "I am thrilled to be assuming the helm of the PCHC Foundation at this early start up stage," end quote.
An annual event dedicated towards helping a local hospital's critical program was held in Bangor. Broadway Park in Bangor was the home of the 7th annual St. Joe's Commit to Community event, which featured tables run by local groups and organizations, a 5K walk and run, a 10K run, and a kids obstacle course. All of the proceeds go toward the hospital's Sexual Assault Forensic Examiner program, also known as the SAFE program, which provides support to victims of violence and abuse.
Safe Nurse is a healthcare provider that's received specialized training to care for someone who's been affected by violence that seeks healthcare after that experience.
This is such a great program, and the nurses are dedicated and specially trained to do what they do, and we really appreciate all the support.
When they see the community come out like this, it recharges our batteries and really sets our compass for the work that we do.
As for the community turnout, event officials say it was looking like they could break their registration record. Their goal was to raise $250,000, and over the weekend, they were around 93% of the way there. Congratulations.
That's awesome.
Fantastic.
The time now is 6:11. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, Dexter High School is competing in a challenge to revamp their athletic fields.
We'll tell you all about it. But first, another check of your forecast. Looks like another nice day ahead. Mostly sunny and breezy with highs near 77 degrees. Mostly clear tonight with lows dropping down to around 50. Tomorrow, another mostly sunny and breezy day. Highs around 69. We'll be right back.
When you're ready to remodel your kitchen, find all the materials and services you need at Hammond Lumber Company. Get inspired by the extensive in-store displays in Hammond's kitchen, bath, and flooring division. Hammond's designers will help you visualize your space before the work begins. And all design fees are refunded when you purchase your materials from them. And Hammond delivers from 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. When it's time for a new kitchen, it's time to bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
There are so many fun things to do in Maine. Now you can enjoy more for less. Check out half-off deals from foxbangor.com.
Get a taste of the South on Wheels Triple B food trailer, offering slow-smoked, bold-flavored, finger-licking good barbecue. Find us at 1374 Bucksport Road, Ellsworth, between 11 a.m. and 6 p.m., Wednesday through Monday.
There's a limited supply available. It's on sale right now. Save with half-off deals from foxbangor.com.
You realize how cool this is? This kind of stuff just doesn't exist.
Suit up.
Never seen anyone do that.
What else you got?
You were born to stand out.
I love it.
Wonderful.
A local kid who actively gives back to his community is hoping to make sure no kid goes without a cake on their birthday. Dorian Pillsbury hosted his second annual D-Max's Birthday Wish in Brewer on Sunday. The fundraiser invited folks to donate birthday cake supplies for local food pantries. Held during his birthday month, Dorian's fundraising event included games, cupcakes, and crafts. This year, his goal is to accumulate 4,000 birthday cake items, 3,000 items more than last year's goal.
Kids might not be able to get that kind of food at home. Some of the kids that we gave birthday cakes didn't even have a birthday cake before. So it's really important to try to help out in the community, whether that be bringing an extra snack for your friend at school or trying to put on a birthday cake fundraiser like me. It's really important. We need more people to step up.
I'm so proud. He has a really big heart and he has really big ambitions and really big dreams, and I love helping him, support him, and seeing him go past it.
Last year's fundraiser inspired Dorian to write a book titled D-Max's Birthday Wish, which he was signing copies of during this event. This summer, Dorian was honored by the Little League World Series as a community hero because of his numerous fundraising efforts.
Nice as that. Well, students at Dexter High School have the chance to win a prize that would revolutionize their athletics program. They're seeking community support to help make it happen. Our Callie Warren explains.
Shout out to Dexter Regional High School. Congratulations on being a top 25 finalist in T-Mobile's Friday Night 5G Lights.
It's an exciting opportunity for the entire Dexter community.
It's good to be recognized, so, to kind of feel special in that way when we're such a small school.
The home of the Tigers has been named a finalist in the T-Mobile Friday Night 5G Lights Challenge.
I love that I get to work for a company that doesn't care just about the bottom line, but they care about the people that they're serving to.
Where the internet company aims to uplift rural high schools.
We were able to tell our story about being a small community and not having some of those resources that other schools, even in our area, have.
Dexter is one of 25 schools competing to win a grand prize of $1 million to revamp their football field and finally get their Friday night lights.
We've never had a chance to have a Friday night game. We don't have lights for our athletic fields. So being able to win something like this and provide that as a resource for our school and community would be huge.
They would also win a new weight room courtesy of Gronk Fitness.
Your school spirit stood out big time. Now you're in the finals.
As a finalist, they've already received $25,000 from the campaign, but are hoping to make it to the end zone.
I think it's a big opportunity for not just me, but like the future of our sports programs. Seeing something like this happen to our school could inspire a lot of young athletes.
Folks can vote for Dexter once per day. For more information, visit this story on our website.
And we're going to keep going, and we're going to keep trying for that $1 million win.
In Dexter, Callie Warren, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The 5th annual Recovery Palooza drew large crowds to the Bangor waterfront over this weekend. Organized by the Bangor Area Recovery Network and other community partners, the event brings together dozens of substance use recovery programs and other groups focused on recovery and sobriety. Attendees all gathered Saturday to enjoy live music, inspirational speakers, and connect to resources within the community. Organizers say this year's Palooza was their biggest one yet.
Whether you suffer from substance use disorder, or you're in recovery, or you've never had to deal with any of those things, now is the time where we need to lean on each other as a community. We need to remember each other, hear each other, love each other.
And the Recovery Palooza happens once per year, but the Bangor Area Recovery Network has year-round events and volunteering opportunities. For more information, visit bangorrecovery.org.
Boy, they've helped so many people over the years.
It's a great event.
Yeah.
The time now is 6:18. After the break, Ellsworth's Autumn Gold Food Fest returned with a focus on local dishes and homemade recipes.
What? I missed that? I didn't know that was happening. Food? All right. Plus, President Trump is expected to meet with congressional leaders today amid a possible government shutdown. Those stories and more coming up on Good Morning Maine.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Carpets looking tired, stained, or just plain dirty? It's time to call the pros. At C&R Carpet Cleaning, we use deep steam technology to remove dirt, odors, pet hair, and allergens fast. Fresh, clean carpets, healthier home. That's the C&R promise. Visit our Facebook page for a free estimate or call us today, 631-7380. Step into clean with C&R Carpet Cleaning.
Everything is so expensive these days, and being a widow makes things even tougher. I worked 4 jobs just to get by. That's why I'm so grateful for Senator Collins' new law. It restores Social Security benefits for thousands of Mainers just like me. Benefits we earned. Now I can enjoy my retirement with my grandchildren. Thank you, Senator Collins, for always delivering for Maine.
Call Senator Collins. Thank her for fighting for men.
Ellsworth's beloved Fall Festival Autumn Gold returned for its 41st year over the weekend.
With an emphasis on local food that goes far beyond visiting restaurants. We go back to our Callie Warren to learn more.
Food is central to our culture, so we want to celebrate it locally.
Community leaders say they're taking the opportunity to inform Ellsworth's Autumn Gold crowds about their local food systems.
We have food vendors, we have people who do composting, we have farmers, we have sea farmers that grow seaweed.
Ellsworth's annual Fall Festival has been running for 41 years, but for the first time welcomed a food festival to Franklin Street with a side of education.
If anybody walks out of here with any tidbit today, it's that everybody is a part of the food system and needs to be conscious of what they can do within it.
Shekel says that awareness can take many forms, from consumption to composting.
I have a place to be conscious of how I dispose of my waste or where I buy my food from so that I'm supporting the local food system.
The food festival, of course, offered locally made meals. But with a growing number of hungry folks in the area, community members want to raise awareness around food insecurity.
The Hancock and Washington counties, there is a problem with food security. And, that's probably the most important thing, isn't it? To think everybody has to eat.
But I do know that we've had a dramatic increase from last year to this year, like 50%. There are so many people that can't make ends meet.
Many vendors and educators at the event are part of a food advisory group, one that not only educates the public on food systems, but explores how to help everyone in the area access nutrition.
We definitely wanted to make sure that this event and this food advisory group was for all of Ellsworth and Hancock, Washington County. We weren't just focused on downtown this time.
In Ellsworth, Callie Warren, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
What a great event.
It sounds like a blast, honestly.
Yeah.
Get to learn and, have
enjoy some food too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. Hey, by the way, around here, our weather has been fantastic, and it looks like it's going to be continuing. We are keeping an eye on a tropical storm, though. It's called a Melda. It's turning its way down around the Bahamas today, but it's working its way up towards the East Coast.
And the Carolinas.
So they have a tropical storm warning in effect. My daughter, who lives in South Carolina, was planning to come home this weekend, but she's a nurse at a hospital, and they're keeping them all right there, just in case the storm comes through. We'll keep an eye on that throughout the week and let you know what's happening. In the meantime, looking pretty nice around here.
Yes, let's get a full look at our weather forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by SR1 Companies. Visit SR1 in Herman, Turner, Manchester, and Orono. We have the best prices on trailers, campers, tractors, heavy equipment, and more. SR1 Companies, where New England's largest selection meets unbeatable prices. Already, wave heights are very calm this morning at around 2 feet, and that's about it. So no advisories in effect along the coast at this moment in time, maybe a little bit more active farther out towards sea. Now, water temperature is not looking too bad either, in the lower to middle 60s, in fact, middle 60s, farther out towards sea, lower 70s as you head farther out toward the east at this moment in time. On land, it is very quiet this morning with a cold front, a dry cold front farther out toward the south and east. We have high pressure and control at this point. There is a little system further out toward the north, right about in here, that's tracking off to the south and east. That will give northern Maine a little bit of rain, but as for us, just some clouds, and that's about it. Otherwise, high pressure will be in full control coming up this week. So there's that boundary that we're going to be watching out for coming up sooner. Some energy off towards the north. Otherwise, high pressure will be the big time story coming up this week. Futurecast showing a lot of sunshine today. There's those clouds coming up later on tonight and in parts of Tuesday morning. A little bit of rain to the north. As for us, clouds will be the big story, and then sunshine will be the big story as we head towards your Tuesday and beyond, and then maybe a little bit of cloud cover as we head towards your Wednesday as well. We'll start to see a little bit of that as we head towards Tuesday night, but mainly as we head towards your Wednesday. Well, Of course, we could still use more rainfall. This drought monitor does not take into account the rainfall that we saw last week. This will be considered as we head towards your Thursday. So, of course, we should see some improvement in the drought monitor then. Upper 70s today, mostly sunny and breezy with that west wind at around 20 miles per hour. By tonight, low 50s, mostly clear and breezy with that north wind at around 15 miles per hour. For tomorrow, we have upper 60s, mostly sunny and breezy with that north wind at around 15 miles per hour. Let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by SR1 Companies. Park County Wednesday with highs in the low 60s. Low 60s again for your Thursday under a mostly sunny sky. Mostly sunny Friday with highs in the upper 60s.
Move your car without moving at all. How it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
Now for a limited time, lease a Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month or get 1.99% APR for 60 months. See your local Bangor Hyundai dealer.
Your Monday morning starts with football, Stephen A. and GMA.
Here I am.
And Lionel Richie and Tim Allen are here live this morning only on
Good Morning America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Time to get clean.
Yes, but that liquid detergent leaves you covered in harsh chemical residue. Not Earth Breeze. Just one sheet gives you a powerful clean.
Switch now at earthbreeze.com.
All I wanted was my name. Tina Turner.
Tina, the Tina Turner musical. The mega hit comes direct from Broadway. See her triumphant story and be ecstatically blown away. Everybody everywhere should come see Rape's New York Magazine. October 27th, Cross Insurance Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Capability inside and out. How it should be. The Hyundai Santa Fe.
Right now, lease a Hyundai Santa Fe for $289 a month or get 0% APR for 48 months. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
This morning, the FBI is investigating a targeted mass shooting and fire at a Mormon church in Grand Blanc, Michigan. It happened as hundreds of people were worshiping. At least 4 people were killed and 8 others injured, according to police. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington with the details.
This morning, police are investigating a deadly shooting at a Michigan church where hundreds of people were worshiping.
We have an active shooter at the church, and PD's on scene saying the building is also on fire.
During Sunday morning worship, police say the gunman drove his pickup into the front doors of the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints and opened fire with an assault rifle. Police say he then set the building on fire.
I have people trapped in the building. Repeat. People trapped in the building.
The gunman, identified as 40-year-old Thomas Jacob Sanford, was later killed during a shootout with police in the parking lot. A teacher at the church described the terrifying moments to our ABC station WXYZ.
One of our counselors was up speaking, and we heard a big bang and the doors blew. I mean, our church is gone. I joined the church 38 years ago in that building, and now it's gone. See, somebody would do this to my church.
This morning, multiple agencies, including the FBI and ATF, now investigating and searching his home in the nearby city of Burton. Officials also still searching through the debris from the fire, concerned about multiple people unaccounted for in the church.
We're working tirelessly to find additional bodies. So to answer your question, the entire church has not been cleared because it's a total loss due to the fire.
The governor of Michigan posting on social media overnight saying, quote, "Violence anywhere, especially in a place of worship, is unacceptable," and adding her heart is breaking for the community. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Meanwhile, a deal for peace in the Middle East may be on the horizon. President Donald Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu are set to meet today to discuss a potential peace deal. According to reports, during the meeting, Mr. Trump is expected to propose a new plan to end the war in Gaza. The meeting comes as Netanyahu faces pressure internationally to end that conflict. The president took to his social media platform Truth Social on Sunday and shared optimism that a deal would get done. President Trump has stood behind Israel, but has grown more frustrated recently following Israel's bombing of Qatar in early September, which was reportedly an attempt to take out Hamas leadership. President Trump has also said he would not allow Israel to annex the West Bank.
And this morning, time is running out to avoid a government shutdown. The deadline is tomorrow night. President Trump is expected to meet with congressional leaders. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio has the details in Washington.
If it has to shut down, it'll have to shut down.
With just hours to go until a potential government shutdown, the president is set to meet with the top 4 congressional leaders to discuss a potential deal.
Our position has been very clear. Cancel the cuts, lower the costs, save health care.
Democrats are demanding a new funding bill that reverses Medicaid cuts and extends expiring Obamacare subsidies to prevent health insurance premiums from rising for millions of Americans. Republicans are pushing for a more simple short-term funding fix to keep the government running until November 20th.
What the Democrats have done here is take the federal government as a hostage.
A shutdown would mean millions of federal employees, including members of the military, TSA officers, and ICE agents would work without pay until the government reopens. And the White House raising the stakes even further, directing agencies to consider mass firings of federal workers from programs that are, quote, not consistent with the president's priorities.
They're trying to intimidate the American people and us.
Democrats argue nearly 22 million Americans could see their monthly health insurance costs nearly double next year if the Obamacare subsidies are not extended. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
All right, well, coming up on the second half of the newscast, farm owners say apple picking season has been affected by the ongoing drought. We'll have that story and more coming up on Good Morning Maine.
Davis Brothers Furniture is expanding. At Davis Brothers, we've always strived to stand out from the rest, and we are now proud to offer flooring for your home, featuring both carpeting and luxury vinyl flooring. We even have an installer in-house with over 30 years of experience. Come see the reason people have been traveling from all over the state and beyond to Davis Brothers Furniture in Guilford for decades. Davis Brothers Furniture, deliberately different, delivering statewide.
Join us every Friday this season as we celebrate the return to the gridiron with the most highlights, reactions, and analysis of your favorite teams. Catch Sports Blitz Friday at 11 on ABC 7. Sports Blitz is brought to you by Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer with 30 locations, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares. And by Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A Holden, where you will find furniture that's in stock and ready for delivery.
Hi, I'm Barry, third-generation owner of Gas Horse Supply and Western Wear. For over 100 years, we have been a destination for Western saddlery and equine tack. But hold on, partner. We are a store with much more. We are fully stocked with Western apparel and, of course, Western boots for the entire family. For summer concerts, formal events, how about riding horses? Even safety toe work boots. All boots purchased receive a free coating of leather preservative. Cowboy up. Gas Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono.
The Sylvia Ross Home in Bangor provides 5 professional levels of care and support for residents. We have access to a registered nurse on campus 24/7. Our weekly entertainment consists of a variety of live musical performances and bingo games twice a week. Our on-site beauty salon is available with a professional stylist, and we have 2 libraries that offer computers and Wi-Fi. Sylvia Ross Home is a warm, welcoming community. Please join us anytime for a tour and lunch.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Monday, September 29th, 2025, and it is also National Coffee Day.
It's the beverage that wakes us up and keeps us going. The earliest evidence suggests the people of Ethiopia were the first coffee drinkers after a goat herder discovered the energizing effects it had on his herd of goats. He shared the findings with monks who used the berries to stay alert during prayers. The practice eventually spread to Europe, where some reacted to the new beverage with suspicion or fear, calling it the bitter invention of Satan. The coffee industry is now a multi-trillion-dollar sector, with Americans consuming roughly 400 million cups every day.
That's a lot of coffee. That's just in America, too.
I know. That's crazy.
It's huge. So I don't know what I'd do without my morning coffee every day. All right, let's get to history. It was on this day in history back in 1650. Henry Robinson opened up the very first dating agency in the world. Not only did it match servants with those who needed some workers, kind of like a modern day employment agency, it also match-made those who simply couldn't find love. In 1789, Congress officially established a regular army under the U.S. Constitution. And in 1954, baseball great Willie Mays made a running over-the-shoulder catch in a World Series game between the New York Giants and the Cleveland Indians. Known as the catch, it would become one of the most famous plays in baseball history.
And in 1965, President Lyndon Johnson signed the act creating the National Endowment for the Humanities and the National Endowment for the Arts. And in 1982, people across the nation were on edge after someone laced Tylenol capsules with deadly cyanide. At least 7 people died over the weeks ahead, and the poisonings also led to legislation and packaging improvements to deter product tampering in the future. That case still remains unsolved.
It really did change the way that we're practicing everything, and those little things you have to peel off to get into it, those all started around that time, and a lot of the other safety features, so you couldn't get in there. They wrap it with plastic now, you have to rip it off.
Right.
And
Makes
not
it a lot
only that,
harder.
food,
Yeah. And in 1988, Stacey Allison of Portland, Oregon became the first woman to reach the summit of Mount Everest. And in 1992, basketball great Magic Johnson announced that he was returning to professional basketball. However, the comeback ended the following November. And in 2008, the Dow suffered a record-breaking single-day drop of more than 777 points after Congress failed to pass a $700 billion bank bailout plan.
Huge news at the time.
Yes.
All right, for birthdays today, we all have talented women. They include singer Halsey, who is 31 today. Actress Naomi Watts turns 57. And this is also the birthday of Lizzie McGuire. Actress and singer Hilary Duff is 38 years old today. Did you ever watch Lizzie McGuire?
Oh, I did, yes. And Halsey's really one of my favorites,
great. Yeah,
too.
she almost came to Bangor this year.
She did. This early this summer,
Yeah.
I think she was supposed to.
Yeah, I'd like to see her sometime.
Let's turn things over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by SR1 Companies. Visit SR1 in Herman, Turner, Manchester, and Orono. We have the best prices on trailers, campers, tractors, heavy equipment, and more. SR1 Companies, where New England's largest selection meets unbeatable prices. Alrighty, here we go. It is a very quiet morning across the region. We have high pressure right nearby after a cold front recently passed through. We'll have a little bit of energy just off towards the north very soon as well. But overall this week, high pressure will be in full control. In fact, look at this. The entire northeast is rather quiet. There's a little bit of energy to the north, and that is that dry cold front. That'll give a little bit of energy to the northern parts of the state. So futurecasts in the short term will show that energy passing through. That'll give a little bit of rain to the north coming up later on tonight and the parts of Tuesday morning. That'll give us a little bit of clouds, but otherwise, that's about it this whole week. Otherwise, showing a lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds, and that's about it. But otherwise, upper 70s today, mostly sunny and breezy with that west wind at around 20 miles per hour. The hourly forecast today showing a lot of sunshine with temperatures warming into the upper 70s with the winds picking up. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. Well, apple picking season is in full swing, but farm owners say the season has gotten off to a bumpy start.
As Max Williams reports, the drought has left a mark on apple crops across Maine.
Fall is in full swing at Ricker Hill Orchards, but owners say this year has been a bit different so far.
Has been a little rough this year.
Don't remember it really being this dry.
Owner Jeff Timberlake and Jenny Mayu say their decades-long family farm have seen the impacts of Maine's drought.
So we can survive a lot of drought when a lot of other crops can't. And it just got extreme.
When you walk through the aisles of an apple orchard, the owners here tell me the only real difference you're going to see this year is the size of the apples. For comparison, this is a normal-sized apple compared to what most apples look like this year.
After about the 1st of August, an apple grows by sucking in water in the cells and the cells swelling.
While visitors haven't stopped picking apples, they say they've noticed the difference.
They just don't taste as good.
We just had to drive down further than we normally pick right close to here.
Mayu handles most of the retail for the farm. She's noticed a trend in people's apple bags.
People come in, they might normally would pick 20 pounds this year, they're picking 15 pounds.
Timberlake says a majority of their apple fields are for wholesale, but they have had to convert some for pick your own.
That's a big loss because that's what carries us through after the fall.
Even though the apples have now stopped growing, the drought could have lasting impacts beyond the fall.
This bud is next year's apple, okay? And what you didn't want to have happen was this drought to continue all through the fall, because the tree would say, I'm so stressed that I can't produce apples even next summer.
The family says they just hope for better crops next year.
Pray like the Dickens that we don't have another wet spring.
And that was Max Williams reporting. Let's hope we get a little more rain before the cold weather moves in.
Agreed. Still to come here this morning, Max Sturm with sports.
Don't go away.
Seasons Lounge and Banquet Center. We're just one block from Hollywood Slots in Bangor, and you're home for the NFL Sunday Ticket. Come watch the game with us and have an appetizer combo. See us for game day specials. Fans, food, fun, seasons.
You know, we can go into a room and have absolutely nothing in there, nothing on the windows, no color, no character, no tone to a room.
That's, I think, where we're strongest, is being able to help someone envision what's going to go in that window.
And we leave, it's totally transformed into something that the customer wants it to be. We've often been told we make a room look better just by leaving it.
Seasons Lounge and Banquet Center. We're just one block from Hollywood Slots in Bangor, and you're home for the NFL Sunday Ticket. Come watch the game with us and have an appetizer combo. See us for game day specials. Fans, food, fun, seasons.
Hammond Lumber Company has again been recognized as one of the best places to work in Maine and New Hampshire. To find your place on the Hammond team, visit hammondlumber.com.
Welcome back in, folks. Thanks for staying with us. Starting off in Orono tonight, where the University of Maine unveiled two brand new sports facilities. Maine's first facility that is already set to host games this week is the New Balance Track and Field and Soccer Complex. The complex was a $27.3 million project made possible by donations from the Harold Alfond Foundation and New Balance. Members from both the women's soccer team and the men's track team say that they are thrilled and thankful to have the opportunity to play the sports they love on this brand new field.
It's been a long time coming, and we've worked so hard to just have this moment come true, and it's so special. So I'm really looking forward to to see what we can do on it this season.
It feels great. I'm really excited to actually have a facility to be able to have some meets in and be able to have adequate training. So I'm definitely very excited to be able to have this opportunity to train here.
The university also unveiled the brand new Sean Walsh Hockey Center and Alfond Arena. The new facility includes brand new locker rooms, training centers, and lounge areas, all funded by the Harold Alfond Foundation, which during the presentation donated another $6 million towards the athletic fund.
Well, it's unbelievable.
so much fun, and it's just very, very deserving of our Division I athletes to have facilities like this, and we couldn't be more proud of it. We couldn't be more proud of the teams and the university itself.
It's unreal. I mean, they said it in the video, but it feels like the start of a whole new thing. I mean, it's so cool. Obviously, we've had some on-ice success recently, but I think this is really going to propel the whole program forward.
Can the University of Maine football team finally earn their first win of the season? Let's find out as they host the North Carolina A&T Aggies at Alphon Stadium. First corner on a fake that even got me, handed off to Maine running back Sincere Baines, who has been a monster this year, and he takes it 51 yards to the house, giving Maine the early lead. On the next possession, fourth down, quarterback Carter Peavy rolls out to his right and throws up a prayer, and it's going to be caught by Gianni Rossito for the first down. And what a play there by Carter Peavy to get out of the pocket and throw that one. And they'll go down and they'll score on this drive as Peavy takes it himself on the keeper to the corner of the end zone, and Maine extends their lead again. The Aggies want to stay in it though, and Wesley Graves helps them out here with a 3-yard touchdown run. But a few weeks back, we talked about Nick Laughlin and how much he'll help the team this year. Well, here we go. Huge catch and run for him. 81 yards to the house. Black Bears finally pick up their much-needed win, 37-30. Down the interstate now to Bangor, where the Husson University Eagles hosted the Endicott Seagulls. And this was a great game. First quarter, QB Shea Lynch is going to look for his guy, Joe Carrera, but the coverage by Devin Carabee is too good. Eagles have it now. And Max Clark is going to throw over the middle, but it's caught and forced out by Joe Terrell. Goals take over inside the 5-yard line. And Lynch is going to hand it off here after this turnover to his guy, Brian Mateer, who walks it in for the score. Goals will take a 6-0 lead. Next Endicott drive, and Lynch now is going to throw a short pass for Carrera again, which sets up this next big play that you'll see. Great catch on the sideline there, but this is what it all leads up to. Lynch is going to launch a ball deep to his guy, Mike Green, who gets in front of the coverage and takes it 63 yards to the house. Goals win 48-14. Finally tonight, it has been a long 4 years for Red Sox fans as they have awaited for their team to make another appearance in the postseason. Well, Friday, that finally became a reality. It was a wild night at Fenway as the Red Sox climbed back from down 3-0 to tie it late in the game on a Jaron Duran base hit. Ardalis Chapman held things down in the 9th as he strikes out Spencer Torkelson and on a filthy slider and a stare down to end it. Then the man who has done it all, Cedine Rafaela, steps to the plate and delivers the walk-off triple to Fenway into Beldam, and the Red Sox are into the postseason for the first time since 2021.
Oh, since I came up in 23, I promised something to the fans, and I'm a man of my word. And I always try to what I say, I do it. And I promised the fans that we would bring a championship here, and that's what we want, the championship. This is not nothing yet.
The Red Sox will begin their postseason on Tuesday in the wild card round. We will have more information on that and where and what time on Monday. That's all the time we have for sports. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after the break.
Once again, the Trotters are back in Bangor, Maine for the fall racing season. Opening day is Wednesday, October the 8th with a 3 p.m. post time. Saturday, October the 11th at 3 p.m., the 3-year-old Sire Stakes Finals will be held at Maine's premier harness track, Bangor Raceway. Racing will continue for the remainder of the fall meet with 3 p.m. post times on Wednesdays and 12 p.m. post times on Saturdays and Sundays. Don't get shut out from all the excitement and fun of harness racing. And remember, we'll see you at the Hawaii.
At China Walk on Broadway in Bangor, we're serving up your Chinese favorites. Our food is delicious, our staff is friendly, and our service is fast. Open Tuesday through Sunday, call ahead, order online, or just stop by. Enjoy our indoor dining for the full experience, or get takeout that the whole family will enjoy. We'll make sure your cravings are satisfied. China Walk on Broadway in Bangor, where tradition meets flavor.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. so you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Burlington Coat Factory unveiled their new Bangor location with a grand opening and even took some time to give back to the community. The new building, located at 6 Bangor Mall Boulevard, will now host the retail store. According to the store manager, it's more organized, clean, and big enough for all of their products. They had a ribbon-cutting ceremony on Friday, along with a check presentation and donation to the Vine Street School. The donation is through a program called Adopt a Classroom. Teachers at the Vine Street School will be able to use this money for school supplies and renovations.
It is a surprise, so they do not know yet. So I have brought along 2 of my teachers, so they are keeping the secret right now, but I cannot wait to go back to school and announce it. Teachers spend so much of their own money that this donation is going to help them tremendously.
If you want to check out the new store, their hours are posted online.
That's fantastic. It's a nice way to open it up, too, by doing something nice for the community.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now let's turn things back over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by SR1 Companies. Visit SR1 in Herman, Turner, Manchester, and Orono. We have the best prices on trailers, campers, tractors, heavy equipment, and more. SR1 Companies, where New England's largest selection meets unbeatable prices. Already, wave heights are very calm this morning at around 2 feet, and that's about it. So no advisories in effect along the coast at this moment in time, maybe a little bit more active farther out towards sea. Now, water temperatures not looking too bad either, in the lower to middle 60s, in fact, middle 60s, farther out towards sea, lower 70s as you head farther out toward the east at this moment in time. On land, it is very quiet this morning with a cold front, a dry cold front farther out toward the south and east. We have high pressure and control at this point. There is a little system farther out toward the north, right about in here, that's tracking off to the south and east. That will give northern Maine a little bit of rain, but as for us, just some clouds, and that's about it. Otherwise, high pressure will be in full control coming up this week. So there's that boundary that we're going to be watching out for coming up sooner. Some energy off towards the north. Otherwise, high pressure will be the big time story coming up this week. Futurecast showing a lot of sunshine today. There's those clouds coming up later on tonight and in parts of Tuesday morning. A little bit of rain to the north. As for us, clouds will be the big story, and then sunshine will be the big story as we head towards your Tuesday and beyond, and then maybe a little bit of cloud cover as we head towards your Wednesday as well. We'll start to see a little bit of that as we head towards Tuesday night, but mainly as we head towards your Wednesday. Well, of course, we could still use more rainfall. This drought monitor does not take into account the rainfall that we saw last week. This will be considered as we head towards your Thursday. So, of course, we should see some improvement in the drought monitor then. Upper 70s today, mostly sunny and breezy with that west wind at around 20 miles per hour. By tonight, low 50s, mostly clear and breezy with that north wind at around 15 miles per hour. For tomorrow, we have upper 60s, mostly sunny and breezy with that north wind at around 15 miles per hour. Let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by SR1 Companies. Partner County Wednesday with highs in the low 60s. Low 60s again for your Thursday under a mostly sunny sky. Mostly sunny Friday with highs in the upper 60s.
Fall into savings at the Furniture Gallery. Curl up with a leather reclining sofa for just $8.98. Hosting for the holidays, save up to 20% on dining furniture. Get the guest room ready with 10% off bedroom furniture and sofa sleepers from $6.25. Fall in love with your home this season with the help of the Furniture Gallery. Don't miss out on 18-month special financing on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster mattresses. Support our Maine family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, and North Windham.
When you're a kid, your dream job can be lots of things, like being the first person on Mars,
What's that, a Marzonaut? The world's bestest video game player. Or how about a doctor to help pets? But for some kids, those dreams are on hold, which is why for 27 years and for every car sold, Hyundai and our dealers donate to Hope on Wheels to fight childhood cancer. So kids can get back to the most important job of all, being a kid.
Rowell's Garage has been serving customers in the greater Dover-Foxcroft region since 1946. Our goal is not just selling you a vehicle, but also giving you quality service to maintain your vehicle at peak performance. Browse our inventory online or in person. Whether it's a car, truck, or SUV, we can put you in the vehicle that is right for you. Sales, service, and parts. Rowell's Garage. Doing business the right way every day.
Time to get clean!
Yes, but that liquid detergent leaves you covered in harsh chemical residue. Not Earth Breeze. Just one sheet gives you a powerful clean.
Switch now at earthbreeze.com.
Shifting gears, the #1 new comedy is back.
He has arisen.
With big guests. And a big home improvement reunion.
Hey, buddy!
That guy's a tool.
Shifting Gears, season premiere Wednesday on ABC.
A Maine Army veteran just finished a bike ride from coast to coast, and his journey ended at the Portland Headlight over the weekend. Curtis Johnson is from Waterboro. Yeah, there it is. Cut off the end there. But he lives in North Carolina now. He embarked on the Northern Tier Bike Trek Cross across the U.S., starting in Anacortes, Washington. It's an initiative to raise money for the Biking for Better Northern Tier Tour, which raises money for veterans and their families to receive bikes and books.
He rode with another Mainer, his friend John Hamill.
Biking for Better is raising money to gift bikes and books to veterans and people in need who really want to take ownership of their mental and physical health. So our goal is to increase awareness, raise funds, and then at the end of the year, we'll give out a bunch of bikes and books.
Johnson's journey spanned 3,600 miles, 15 states, and 120,000 feet of elevation gain. He raised $16,000 in the process.
What a nice thing to do.
A lot of dedication there as well.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. That will be all for this hour. You can join us for the second hour of Good Morning Maine. That's next on Fox 22.
Thank you so much for being there, and we hope you have a great day.